and welcome to those who may jump on this bad boy. It is early in the morning here in Oz, and we're going to push for, what is it? 6,250 VR. Yesterday, I set myself the goal of 6,000 VR, and we got there. We're going to push for a little bit more today. I set that goal very quickly, but we're going to push for a little bit more today. And I'm doing it in my PJs, so maybe the PJs will manifest something. I mean, minus the turbo blooper hat, the me racing outfit is kind of like a PJs vibe. Hey, Vibal's here. Are you just terminally online in terms of being on Twitch? Like, you're always here, man. I love it. I added more tags to the stream, so maybe there'll be more people on. And it should be like, what, Arvo around your time? So maybe it'll work. I got up super early this morning to bash out a bunch of work so that I could come in and stream. I'm addicted. You just checked Twitch? That seems like a lie. But I'll take it. I'll believe you this time. I feel like I'm getting addicted to streaming now. It's just so fun. And so I'm like, I want to stream this morning because I've got things to do this evening, so I won't be able to do it in the Arvo. 10 minutes online max. All right. I'll believe you. I'll believe it. Well, I'm glad you're here. It really does feel like I'm talking to some kind of imaginary friend, even though you're not imaginary. You're very much here. But considering that I'm just kind of talking to no one, since you're only replying on chat, it feels like I'm going insane. But I'm not insane because you're here. I'm going to refresh the stream manager because I have no picture. There we go. We've got the picture now. I'm glad you get it. I'm glad you understand. I guess this is the only problem I'm playing at this time of day is there's seemingly no one online. Just the constant search for players. Will I even get a chance to gain more VR? In my certainly not so ambitious goal of 6,250 today. I've only got, again, about an hour and a half before I need to jump off and do more work stuff. I've got a meeting to jump on. But, the old communication error, you dirty dog. I might take my phone off my house Wi-Fi, see if that makes any difference. Is there anything closely resembling what I'm wearing now? Oh, the Wiggler is probably the closest to what I'm wearing right now in this yellow hoodie. But stick with tradition. You've got to stick with it. You can't really beat this bloody turbo blooper hat, can you? Hey, we're in. Let's rock. Any bizarre me's today? We've got 3 of the same default me. That's nice. And 2 other default me's. No super interesting ones though, so that kind of sucks. What did we have yesterday? We had a Donald Trump, we had a sleepy Joe Biden, we had a Pikachu, and we had a chicken, all in the one room. Which is far more interesting than 5 default me's out of 12. Oh god. I feel like I've never played Mario Kart this early in the morning, so it'll be interesting to see how I fare. I'm usually playing with the at least my time zone late night players, so we'll see what the player skill level is like at this time of day. Because I'm usually just working at this time of day, so when do I ever get the luxury of playing video games at 8:40 in the morning? I haven't even had breakfast yet. Barely brushed my teeth. And here I am on stream. If that ain't commitment, I don't know what is. Holy shit! Oh, that's just a bit rude. So Viable, Have you picked up the trumpet yet? I know it's only been a couple of days, but surely, if you're on Twitch from like presumably the mid to late afternoon, all the way until the early hours of the morning, you could definitely be utilizing that time to play the trumpet. You could bust that bad boy out and have a right old time learning something, or at least researching some interesting bits and pieces to play. Am I gonna... Oh, Jesus. That was a really stupid thing for me to do. Oh my god. I thought I got hit by my own green shell, but it turns out that I stifled a red shell. Oh! I almost sniped Bad Boy with that. Oh shit, he's gonna... Oh, yo! Okay. We're getting some really lucky items here. Why do I always say these things? Every time I say anything, I'm like, I shouldn't have said that, because something's gonna happen. Case in point. I thought I was gonna be first. Alright, never mind. I don't know if I'd prefer to be hit by the blue shell or just kind of knocked off by the blue shell. Either or. Oh, fuck. Come on. Hey, come on now. Oh, hey. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I was like third. That red shell totally hit me right at the end there, and nothing happened. You won't have access to it for a while. You won't have access to Twitch for a while, or the trumpet for a while. I hope the trumpet, because I'd like you to stay on Twitch. Whoa, 4 viewers? Who's here? iframes saved you. I don't know what that means. Oh, invincibility frames. Yeah, mood. Yeah, okay, that must have been it. Hell, I'll take it. Yes, hello, first time chatter, Noah. Welcome to the stream. You are the 3rd person to ever watch any stream, so I'm really glad you're here. Hello. It's a shame, Viable, you won't have access to your trumpet for a little while. That sucks. Especially if all of our chats over the last couple of days have given you the ambition to play some. And yes, once again, Noah, welcome. I value you and the fact that you are here, because like I said, you are the 3rd person to ever jump on the stream. I've only been streaming for a couple of days, so welcome. I hope you are a fellow Mario Kart enjoyer, and I hope you are keen to hang out for a little bit. If not, that's okay. But since you're here now, I appreciate you. Oh, more people. This is great. Oh, this is awesome. I love this so much. This streaming thing, man. Oh, I'm getting addicted. This is so cool. I love this so much. I can't stop. This is the most I've smiled in a while. So I'm pretty chuffed with this. I haven't played Merry Mountain in years. That's why. This happened the first time when Viable and the other random person that was here for like 30 seconds jumped on the very first stream. I was like, this is great, people are here, and then the game just dropped. The quality just dropped, because I'm like, shit, I have an audience. Then I got comfortable with yourself, Viable, and now that Noah's here, shit's bad again. Case in point. Oh, man. Whoa. I definitely should have been knocked out by those red shells from Diddy Kong, but it didn't happen, so I'm glad for that. Oh, dude, I need some coins. Toronto. Oh, good thing there is an abundance. Look at this. Right for the picking. We love this. Of all the new tracks that the Booster Course Pass gave us, this has to be one of the weakest. I'm sorry, but like, Merry Mountain, I think it was cute. What did this probably came out around this time last year or the year before, when it was like, oh, Christmas, yay! But like, weak. Honestly, quite a weak track in my opinion. I don't mind it. I like Christmas, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'd feel differently if I'd ever seen snow. But I'm an Australian, and we don't have snow. Well, we have snow here, but not over Christmas time for damn certain. And, dude, and definitely not where I am. There are other parts in the country that it definitely does snow, but only in peak winter, I think. I don't really know. I'd like to see snow at one time. I'd like to spend Christmas in a place like North America where it's like heavy, like this kind of vibe. Like we get around Christmas here, but not in the same way that other countries do, and especially not places like North America. I feel like they really go hard on Christmas. This is trash. This is why I hold Christmas in such low regard, because on the Christmas themed track I just eat all of the arse. My apologies, Noah, for watching me play probably one of the worst tracks I've done in the last few streams. Gingerbread Joyride. I'm not sure that I have ever played Gingerbread Joyride. Oh, Crash Team Racing. You know what? I reckon I've played Crash Team Racing maybe once in my entire life. And I'd like to again. But I don't even know... Have they, like, remastered Crash Team Racing on modern consoles? Like a PS4 or a PS5 or something like that? Or is it available to play elsewhere? They have. Okay. I'm gonna have to play it. There's so many, like, character-based racing games that I just haven't touched. Like, I know everyone frothed Diddy Kong Racing back in the day. Nitro Fueled, yeah, okay. I know people frothed Diddy Kong Racing back in the day, and I played that once or twice on 64. I reckon I played, Crash Team Racing maybe a couple of times. I have Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing on PS3 for whatever reason. That was kind of cool. That I quite enjoyed. Merry Mountain in the bottom half overall viable? Totally. 100%. I don't know. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion or a fairly neutral opinion, but I think the Booster Course Pass overall was fairly mid. I'll call it mid. Oh, I just completely dropped all focus on that. I'm just so giddy that there's people here. And speaking of absolutely mid, everyone's least favorite track, probably just after Sunset Wilds, being Sky Garden and the abysmal remake. Ah, that would have been a really good thing if I hadn't eaten shit just now. Man, Super Circuit courses really got a tough time in the Booster Course Pass, huh? This isn't base game, is it? No, it's too ugly to be base game. But no, between this and Sunset Wilds, Super Circuit really got shafted. And honestly, like, I've never even played Super Circuit, but I feel like all of the tracks that people really frothed, just kind of got, you know, I was gonna say something, but I probably couldn't. They got bastardized, I think, in the Booster Course Pass, because I think overall it just feels kind of lazy. I don't know. I spoke about this in a couple of streams ago, but it's just ugly. Like, it's so everything's so cartoony, and there are some tracks where it really lends itself to that. Like Yoshi's Island, for example. That's a great looking track, and you know, being an original track as well for the Booster Course Pass, like, that's great. And I feel like anything that they just took from Tour, they really just didn't texture anything beyond what they needed to for a phone game. And that sucks. It's really disappointing. And I get it's extra work and it's extra development and blah-de-blah, but like, come on. People are paying for that. Tour is a free game for all I know. They did get shafted and it sucks. Damn straight. Look, Sky Garden, if I had more of a relationship with any Super Circuit tracks like Sky Garden, I might feel more strongly towards it. I just know that people really dunk on it. I don't mind the track, really, but from what I can tell, the real Super Circuit chads are like, ugh, they fucked it. The Sunset Wilds thing is inexcusable, though. Like, the whole gimmick in the name is that the fucking sun sets. Yeah. Cheeseland is such a shit track. I'm sorry. It looks fine, but also Cheeseland sucks as a track overall. I don't care if they retexture it and make it look as good as base game. Was it base game? I don't know. Even if it was, Cheeseland sucks. I've never been able to play well on that game. The only track you don't like is Toad Circuit Viable. Yeah, Toad Circuit also meh. I've never liked Toad Circuit. I know a lot of people meme on Toad Circuit. It'd be like, yeah, best track ever. Oh, it was DLC in the Wii U. And like, what would have been like, what, the Triforce Cup or the Crossing Cup? Are those, that was the Wii U DLC. See, I never had a Wii U. I like, that was in my non-Nintendo era. Actually, probably my non-gaming era. I was just kind of playing music and doing a lot of other bullshit instead of gaming at that time. So I never really got a Wii U. And so I don't think I ever played Mario Kart 8 until I got Deluxe on Switch, which is kind of wild. And I thought I got shafted in the way that, like, I didn't realize that Deluxe meant that all the DLC and all the characters were, like, all unlocked and shit and ready to rock and roll. And so I was here ready to grind, and I was like, oh, what? I've got everything already? And, you know, then I was just playing through and getting fucking kart parts and whatever, and I'm like, this sucks, I don't like this. But then, you know, I had to do the whole grind of, oh man, the grind of, you know, getting, you know, gold and everything and whatnot. This sucks. This is such a hissy fit of me, but I'm very close to leaving this one. I think if I continue to place very poorly, I'm just going to leave this room because I think the skill level is a bit too high for my sleepy attitude right now. Because I'm just doing shit and I'm going to blame it on everyone else and not me. It's my stream, I can do what I want. Oh man. Also, stream. Oh dude! Oh man, this is ass. Spam, 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 spam. Right. Oh, come on! Like, the last gold mushroom hit was where I got hit with that green shell before I could activate the star. That sucks. I'm definitely leaving this lobby. I feel bad. My ego has been bruised. And I'm also not into losing any more VR, to be honest. 6,250 is a long way away from here, guys. They took away the criteria system. Ah, yes, the infamous gold version of Metal Mario. They're just trying to pad shit out. Is it blasphemous for me to have left that room because I'm being a sookie boy? You know what? It's my stream, I'll do what I want. I feel like a lot of people dunk on Metal Mario even. They're like, you know, I think people that don't realize that he's an actual character from actual things lump him into the pink gold peach of it all. Which is stupid, because obviously, you know, Super Mario Sunshine. Which, after talking about yesterday, Noah, myself, and Viable, the other member of chat, the engaging member of chat at the moment, we were talking about the other things I could stream, because having only just started streaming, I've only done Mario Kart 8 Deluxe so far. We're talking about other games I could play, and I was talking about getting the 3D All-Stars collection, which again is something people dunk on for being just like, you know, non-refined ports of the original games, and I'm like, that's all I need. I haven't played Sunshine for like 15 years, and I want to play through it, and I don't want to buy a GameCube to do so. So as long as it's a fairly faithful port, I don't give a shit if it's just a port. That's all I need. Same with Super Mario 64. Never played it. And I've got a 64 that I could play, but finding the game, I'm sure, is a lot more difficult than it seems. Just for how popular that game is in terms of retro gaming. there was a copy of 3D All-Stars at one of my local game stores, but I missed my chance to get it. Yeah, because they don't sell it anymore. It was a limited release in the physical copies, I heard, which is bizarre. I tried to, once I realized I wanted to start playing it and play through those games, I went to go try and find it at my local stores as well, and yeah, it's just not there anymore. And so it's, I guess, yeah, no shit, like why? Maybe it didn't sell as well, and so maybe they had a limited release to gauge how well it would sell, and maybe it didn't meet the expectations, and they decided not to continue to print the copies anymore. But at least it's still available online, which, you know, like, I love the idea of having physical games. Just I like the tactile sense of having the case and the cartridge and whatnot, and I like that, being able to see it and display it. But the fact that we can still, you know, buy it and play it, maybe it is a little bit cheaper online as well. I think their excuse was that it was for Mario's 35th anniversary. Okay. Yeah, if that was the case, then I guess that makes sense. But still, like, they could probably make a decent bit of coin by re-releasing it. Maybe they'll re-release it like a deluxe version with like Odyssey or something on it for the new console. Which, does anyone actually know what the new console is yet? I haven't been keeping up to date with anything regarding like Switch 2 or whatever they're deciding to call it. Well, there's 4 viewers in here. Hello to anyone else who's here. Obviously, there's the likes of Viable and Noah in chat, but hello to anyone else that's here and watching. I hope this stream finds you well as I attempt to play slightly better. And how fitting, Sydney Sprint. As an Australian, I like this track. I don't live in Sydney, but I've been there, and it's faithful in the fact that the Opera House is in it. Switch 2 this, Switch Pro that. Noodles, don't noodles. Yeah, who knows what it's going to be called. I feel like the branding around calling it Switch... Oh, what the hell? I am spectating 2 races in a row. That's arse. What? That sucks. Oh, well, more time to chat. More time to chill with y'all. Because there's 2 things that this stream is about. It's playing Mario Kart poorly and having a chat. And so at least we can do the chat side. 6 viewers. Hello. More people that have entered the chat. Welcome. I apologize that I'm not playing. I've been spectating 2 games in a row now for whatever reason, but welcome. I'm glad to have you here. This is so wild. This is the most people I've ever had in a stream at one time, so I love that. Hello, Shy Bay. Welcome to the stream. I apologize I'm not playing. Spectated for, you've spectated for way more than just 2. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know why. There was a space for me in that room as well. Hello, Shy Bay. How are you? This sucks. But as I was saying about the new console for Nintendo, surely the branding around Switch is too good for them to deviate. But what more can you do? Just got home from work? Nice. Presumably you're in the northern hemisphere if you've just got home from work, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, you could be a night owl. You could be working in a casino overnight or something. I hope work was good. I hope you have a cool job that you like, and that work was doing all right. I've also just finished work, but the kind of job that I have is something that I can chip away at through the day. It is currently 9 o'clock in the morning in little old Oz. And to add insult to injury, I'm just watching a game that I could be playing set in the country in which I live. But no. But yeah, I think the branding around the Switch is too good for them to stray away from. So Switch 2, Switch Pro. Ah, you're a US citizen. My God, things must be hectic over there at the moment. I won't enter too much into politic vibes, but my God, a lot going on over in the US of A at the moment. Far out. We won't dwell any more on that, but obviously the whole world has been watching the political race that has now come to an end. Yeah, what more can you do with a console other than the Switch? The Switch feels like such a... It just feels like the midpoint between a console and a handheld. Like, where do you go from there, really? Obviously, there's things to be desired from the Switch in terms of, increasing the graphics levels to meet the fifth gen consoles of your PS5 and your Xbox Series X and S and whatnot. But yeah, what more can you do? That's where my intrigue comes from. Is whether or not it's a Switch 2 or a Switch 2 sounds so funny. It just sounds like it's like calling the 3DS like the DS2. It just sounds wrong. It sounds like a sequel to a movie, not a sequel to a console. They don't care. Seeing how Nintendo doesn't care much about graphics, you doubt they'll go that route. Yeah, I think you're right. They're more about the player experience and versatility, case in point with the Switch, being able to play on the go and do that. I remember when the Switch came out, and actually it was probably, honestly, a couple of years after the Switch came out, but it was the first person that I had met who had a Switch, a mate of mine from uni. And it's funny, he was a competition Smash Bros player here in Australia, and he was ranked quite well. But we went to uni together, and we were taking the train to one of our friends' houses, and he's like, do you want to play some Smash? And I was like, yeah, no worries, but like how? And he pulled out the Switch and just set it down on the seat in front of us, because we were sitting on the seats that go backwards, and he put it on the seat opposite us and played with the Joy-Cons, and I was like, this is bonkers, this is so cool. And then when we got to our friend's house, we docked the Switch and played like that, and we're like, this is insane. What a revolutionary console to be able to do that. And so, like, with something so versatile, and not the Switch doesn't have bad graphics either. Like, it looks pretty good, and games that play into and push the Switch to its extremes when it comes to graphics, things like Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and whatnot. Like, those games look pretty damn good. So what else could you do really? Except make like that's where you're looking at a Switch Pro or a Switch 2, which is just like a souped up version of the Switch, lighter, more compact, more versatile. But how do you get more versatile? That's the crazy thing. So I'd be very interested to see what just wiped me out. I'd be very interested to see where we go from here in terms of the Switch, and whether or not they continue to call it the Switch, because like I said, it is a very, very marketable name, very well-known name, but depending on how different the next console is from the Switch, they might want to distance it. And will they continue to make the Nintendo Switch? Will they go back to a purely home console and then, market the Switch as the handheld alternative? Who knows, really? They could, they had the Switch Lite for a while or whatever that has the, it's only a handheld. The Joy-Cons don't come off or whatever. It's just like basically a better looking Wii U gamepad. So like maybe they'll do that with proper Switch specs as a handheld alternative, and then go back to a really powerful home console. Who knows, really? It's always the way. I do really well, and then I eat shit at the end. Fifth is not bad. Are there 12 people in this? If so, then I've gained a little bit of VR. For those sticking around, this is indeed the quest to get to 6,250 VR. My stream yesterday was to get to 6,000 VR. And I got there very quickly because I was only on like 5,900 and something. But I've been teetering around there for quite a while. So today is the epic quest to get to 6,250. And whether or not I get there is anyone's guess, because it's been a half hour and I've probably not actually gained anything from where I started, which is fun. What's happening in chat? Seeing how much Nintendo doesn't care about graphics. Yep, totally. I feel like they shouldn't release a new system despite the Switch being at the end of its lifespan. You've got a 26K VR, Shy Bay. Are you 26,000 VR? Surely not. And if you are, props. You must be well up there and constantly playing Mario Kart. And if that is the case, and you are at 26,000 VR, let's play. 10k battle rating. Holy crap, how much do you play, dude? That's wild. Props to you. Noah at 74k? Wow, Y'all big dogs are watching some real noob shit happening right now. My apologies, you guys must be tearing your hair out watching me play. Oh, cool, Sydney Sprint. Sydney. Wow, pressure's on now to perform. Holy crap, guys. Is it the kind of thing where you've just been playing for so long that that's just where you're at VR-wise? Or are you guys, like, grinding that VR out to really make a statement? Are you guys competition players? That seems like a level of skill and a level of quality that is, is there from playing for a reason. You don't just sit down and go, I'm gonna get to 74,000 VR. That's a lot. Used to be a comp player. Noah, was that you? Oh, surely that doesn't. What? Okay, maybe I won't look at the chat mid-game. But I want to talk to y'all. Oh, you definitely should have hit my banana there. Come on, baby. It's currently my catchphrase. I feel like I can't help myself, but for the last few streams, I've just been like, come on, baby. I'll take come on, baby as my current shitty catchphrase. But no, Noah, you're a comp player, or used to be a comp player. That's that doesn't surprise me with that much VR. So I know that Viable's Canadian. Shybay is a US citizen. Noah, where you at? Whereabouts in the world are you from, my friend? And how well known are you in your state, country, and/or territory if you're a comp player? I love that so far everyone that's jumped on has been Northern Hemispherian. This is so cool. One of my little giddy points that I keep coming back to for the last few days on the streaming is that most of the people that are jumping on are from just different countries, different parts of the world, and that is such an amazing thing to be able to experience, to be able to talk in real time to not only big dogs that are rocking tens of thousands of VR points in Mario Kart, which is a little nerd point for me, but like, people in other countries. That's so cool. I love that. Look at me. It was the Australian in me that got me to first in that one. I love that. Shy Bay, I'm very glad that, I was about to call you Shy Guy. Shy Bay, I'm glad that you're happy to watch regardless of whatever the skill level is, because first here, last everywhere else. Noah, you're also in the USA. And Viable, you've watched a lot of competition videos, or competitive videos. Shy Bay, you've never been into competitive stuff yourself, but you're very, very casual despite your rating. Very casual indeed. 365 hours in the game. That's bonkers. I don't even know how many hours I've spent in this game, but I can guarantee you it does not equate to the amount of VR I have. Because I'm not that good. You participated in Nintendo's official online tournament thing a while back. No big results, Viable. That's huge. And Noah, you're more casual these days. Viable, that's baller, dude. Can anyone join the online tournament, or do you have to be like a certain skill level to rock the online tournament? Because that's just dropping that in chat is impressive, and I'm impressed. Even if it is something that anyone can just jump on and do, that's still impressive, and that's hardcore. Anyone can join, nonetheless. The fact that you said Nintendo's official online tournament, if you're just like, I jumped on an online tournament, an online Nintendo official online tournament, that's a flex point right there. I haven't played Daisy Cruiser in a yonk. I knew that was gonna happen. I was like, oh, gotta concentrate, and then I ate shit. We love it. Oh, okay. I've seen so many like shortcut videos and just like the best kind of lines to take videos for Daisy Cruiser, and every time I go to play them, I just don't do it. I always eat shit. Like, I'm sure this is the less... Actually, no, sorry, this feels like the more ideal path to take. This feels the most comfy, that's what's happening. Well, I'm in second now, so must have... Whoa, we got another exact replica of what I was wearing. That's cool. And the same teddy buggy and all. I love that. Where the hell did that blue shell go? As I've said countless times before, Noah and Shy Bay, and of course Bible, I'm very thankful for your inclusion. I'm very glad that you're here. And I hope that you're enjoying what you're seeing. And if I may be so bold, Noah and Shy Bay, if you feel so inclined to chuck a follow and maybe want to come back to chat a different time, by all means, that would be really cool. No shade if not. I don't mind whatsoever. You guys have bigger fish to fry with all of your exorbitant amounts of VR. Come on. I was sure I was going to snipe bloody Peyton over here. But apparently not. Alright, okay. Come on, give me something. Coin is not necessarily what I wanted, but I'll take second place. I'll take a nice breezy second. A nice breezy second is good. Where are we at with VR? How close are we to our ultimate goal? Alright, everyone just finish. I've never actually looked at the map layout. Of course, it's exactly what a top-down cruise ship would look like. I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, love hearts. Shy Bay, thank you. 6,196. We're getting close. I reckon a few more. Viable 17,000 VR. Damn. I gotta up my game, crew. Or just play a lot more. I guess the more you stream, well, the more you play, your VR is bound to go up anyway. So I guess it's just a matter of time until I'm chugging along with y'all big dogs. But now I feel like I really got to perform. Maybe if I wasn't having a chat, I'd play a little bit better. But you know what? If it came down to playing really well and farming high amounts of VR, or having a chat with some lovely foreign crew, I'd take the chat every day of the week. So I'm glad y'all here, as I've said countless times, and we'll continue to do so because just very appreciative. Look at motherfucker in first. Exactly the same fit. I love it. Who wore it better? Me. Australian as well. I love that. Son of a bitch. Nah, we're playing from behind. You watch. Just you watch. Started out poorly, but we're gonna make it good. We'll make this work. So back to the new console chat. Like I said, I don't know where they could possibly go from here. But Nintendo, you know, if they have the genius levels to produce something like the Switch after something like the Wii U, I think whatever we'll be getting will be pretty damn good. I'm very interested to see how we go. But I was so certain to yeah, be very interested to see what happens from here. Especially considering I thought that we were going to have something by this Christmas, but apparently not. Maybe it'll be next year that we receive the new console. Whoa, dude missed all the item boxes. I bet he is shitting. I've taken one of those trams. I was talking about this the other day on the stream. Ooh, hello. Hello. I was talking about this the other day on stream, how it's really fun to play tour tracks of places that I've been, especially because by the time I started playing the Booster Course Pass properly, I had just come back from a vacation in Europe, and there are a lot of places like Amsterdam, like Rome, like London, like Berlin that I'd been to, and what did I say? We're playing for the back, guys. We're playing for the back. I react like this now when I win, but then I just like mope and leave the room when I when I lose. All right, we're looking well. We're looking good. If we can win a couple more or place pretty well in a couple more, we're gonna reach our goal, guys. We're gonna reach the bloody goal. But now, as I was saying, it's nice to play. It's nice to play tour tracks like Amsterdam Drift, and see places that I've had to put your dogs up. Put them up where? Also, what kind of dogs do you have, Noah? My partner and I are looking at getting a dog very soon. We're looking to get a Labrador. Oh, the pen. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Yeah, what kind of dogs? Blue Pits. Man, Pitbull's so cute. My neighbor has a Pitbull. They're cute. They're really cute. They get a bad rap. They get a very bad rap. And it's frustrating. Oh, Beagle! Beagles are also the best. I don't think there's a dog I don't like, to be honest. Yeah, Pitties get a bad rap. And it's not fair because they're absolute sweethearts. I feel like most, like, big dogs, like terror dogs or whatever, like your Dobermans, your Pitties, your Staffordshire Bull Terriers, they all get a bad rap. Because, you know, one dog attacks one kid somewhere in the world. And all of a sudden, every pit bull, every staffy, every whatever, they all cop shit for it. And it's like, no, 90% of them are just sweethearts. You know, you ever see a pit bull smile and just like wag its little tail? That shit is cute as hell. And you know, I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but I was having a very similar conversation with someone and saying things like, I think the beautiful thing about things like TikTok and Insta at the moment is there's so much content about, like, you know, normalizing the fact that terror dogs like that are not like that. You know, there'll be like menacing music with like what people think having a pit bull is like, and the pit bull with like AI fucking grown man muscles, and then it's just like a pit bull in like a tiara and a dress, just like smiling and being cute and stuff. Because they're just dogs. You know, I think a lot of dogs like that as well, like they'll be either mistreated by their owners, and so really it's not the dog's fault, it's most times the owner's fault. And unfortunately it'll be rescue dogs that have been rescued from a terrible home where their owners have abused them, and they get a second chance at life, and unfortunately the damage is already done, and they end up, you know, doing something bad, and then people continue to give them a bad rap, and it's really unfortunate because a lot of these dogs are sweethearts. So, shout out Pitbull Gang, Mr. Walmart, Mr. 305. All this chat about pitbulls, and only now have I lent into Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. We love Pitbull. The dogs and the... What is that guy doing? The dogs and the Cuban music star. Who would win in a fight? Pitbull or Pitbull? You can decide who is coming first. Shut up, Zach. They just sit there. Your dogs just sit there and do the little smile and wag. It's just so cute. Their eyes go like, it's so cute. Yeah, dude ran into the tires, but then like couldn't just really got trapped in them. Thank God. Oh man, our neighbor has a pit bull who does that little cute smile thing, and he'll bark at like random times because the gate to their backyard is right next to our driveway. And so when we go out to go to the car or anything, little dude's out there, and I can see him through the gate. And I'm like, "Hey, bud, how you going?" He's like, "Ah!" So cute. Oh, man, dogs are the best. Can't wait to get a dog. We're gonna get a Labrador. And it's so weird because I'm actually allergic to dogs, which is arse, and I've been very allergic to dogs my whole life. But the more that I've been around my partner's parents' dog, who's also a Labrador, Black Lab. She's 11. Her name is Belle. She's the best. The more I've been around Belle, the Black Lab, my allergies have lessened over time and gotten a lot better. And they're still bad, don't get me wrong. But I would rather take a billion antihistamines a day and clean up dog hair than not have a dog. Oh, rest in peace to your dog-loving mother, Noah. Yeah, I think the love for dogs can definitely push people past their allergies, which it absolutely has for me. And yeah, I never thought that I'd feel this way about dogs, because being allergic for so long and being allergic through my childhood, I was just never around them. And so I actually just didn't, I was actually quite probably scared of a lot of dogs, especially big dogs, for a lot of my life, because the small exposure I did have were like Jack Russells, French Bulldogs and stuff, because those are the dogs that like my grandparents had. And so the only time I was ever around dogs, and even they scared me because I was never around them, so I didn't really understand what dogs are about. I didn't understand that dogs barked when they were happy, not just angry. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds really stupid for dog people, but I was very much a non-dog person because I just was never around it. And so once I started, you know, dating people who had dogs and realizing that, wow, maybe I want a dog for myself. I started exposing myself to more dogs, and then I also realized that I wanted a bigger dog. I always thought I was going to have a small dog, and then once I met Belle the Black Lab, I realized, nah, a big dog is where I need. I need a dog with stability. I need a dog that I can stand over the top of and give big cuddles. That's what I need. And so that is what we're going to get. Oh, fun fact. My sister-in-law, my partner and I aren't married, but I'll say my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law just, they got a Belgian Malinois a year ago today. Oh, not a year, they didn't get him a year, he was born a year ago today. So Riggs, the Belgian Malinois, turns 1 today. So happy birthday, Riggs. You absolute fucking terror. Cute dog. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. He's anarchy. Oh, we're very close to our goal, guys. We're very close. I need 7 VR. And then we're Gucci. I've probably got about a half hour to go until I've got to jump off. Whether or not I stay on stream for another half hour is anyone's guess. But hopefully within the next half hour I can secure and put a little bit of distance between where I'm at now and 6,250 VR. Which, the more I say, just feels more and more disappointing in comparison to the tens of thousands that exist within the chat at the moment. Welcome, 5th viewer. If you've just jumped on, welcome. This is the 3rd stream I've ever done, so if things are a little bit stagnant or a little bit weird, I apologize. But I'm glad that you're here. If you choose to stick around, feel free to jump in and contribute to chat if you'd like. It's hard to know who's here and who isn't, really, because I've never had to manage this many people in chat before. For the last couple of streams, it's just been myself and Viable Bunny Butt over there. Monsieur Viable. That's the fun of the grind, baby. Yeah, get that VR up. Ah, that 5th person left. Oh, well, that's okay. But yeah, for the last few times, it's been myself and Viable just hanging out and having a chat. And so Noah and Shy Bay, if you're still there, I'm very glad that you're here. I know I've said that a billion times now, but I am. Oh, you saw someone playing Blooper Me on Teddy today? Twasn't me. Wish it was, though. Wish we could play together and y'all could just mop the floor. Shy Bay, good to see you still here. I feel like everything I'm saying just feels like... I don't know if any of you guys watch or know of Bo Burnham, the comedian. But he had a special that he put out during peak Rona vibes. I don't know if you can say vid without repercussions on this platform. But nonetheless, we know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Bo Burnham put out a special called Inside that he filmed over the lockdown period. And there's a portion of that where he's doing like a stream gag. And I feel like everything I'm saying right now is like reminiscent of that. Whoa! Holy crap! I should have... I don't know if I'd rather have fallen off the stage then than have whatever just happened happen. This is just turned to shit really quick. But no, I feel like everything I'm saying feels so stereotypically streamer. Just be like, hey, thanks for being here, guys. Oh, good to see you here. Thanks, chat. But like, I guess that's what streaming is, right? I don't know. I'm still very new to this. I'm still quite an unseasoned streamer. Again, if you can call me that. I will wonder at what capacity the viewers or chat needs to be existing at before I can competently call myself a streamer. I think I'll get a few more, at the very least, a few more Mario Kart ones under my belt. Whoop, okay. Alright. This could be the one. This could be the one if I keep my shit together. Okay. We've got a not too shabby lead. This could be it. Oh, oh, my heart is pounding. Oh, I really didn't want to do that. But we're so close. This could be it, guys. Goal reached. Goal reached. Amy. Hello, Amy. Room code. I don't know. I don't even know how to check. Oh, okay. He is in a friend room at the moment. Oh, yeah. So what does room code mean? I don't know what that means. I'm very new to this. I apologize. Someone tell me what it means. But we're here, guys. We got it. We reached the goal. I don't remember what VR I'm on, but it's certainly over 6,250. So we did it. My dopamine is as high as it's going to get today. Friends and rivals, then create a room. If you host a friend room, people can join using the room code. Oh, okay. Are we talking on Mario Kart? Is this the vibe? Or are we talking on Twitch? Sorry. Again, it's very early here. And I've only had one coffee. Shout out my coffeeholics. Coffeeholics? Mario Kart. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, Mario Kart. Maybe I will create a room. That's a good idea. That could be cute. And then we can all play together. Oh, that'd be wholesome. That'd be really cute. You guys give me all these good ideas. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I lost the chance to see how much VR I have. How much do I have? 6,258. Oh, managed to get that alright. Alright, so we're 8 VR up. The goal for the next... what type of shit? the goal for the next half hour at maximum is to put as much distance between our goal of 6,250 VR and anything higher, so that I don't have to title the next stream the continued quest for 6,250 VR. I want to hope that I play Water Park well enough that I won't lose any VR. Then again, that happened. So... Oh shit, that was cool. Had that green shell bouncing between the little columns there, and absolutely smoked old mate. But then just as soon as I did something cool, I ate shit. So that's nice. Oh, jeez. It's always the way. As soon as I feel good about anything, something bad happens. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this, old chestnut. Hey, Neil. We're feeling good. We're feeling okay about this. Oop, get out of the way of that. Oh, no one got hit by it. Oh, man. Okay, let's right in front of the item boxes. Well, it looks like we're going back down into the goal, guys. Oh, this is rough. This is real rough. Okay. Okay. Well, not too bad. Bad. Alright. Come on. Come on. 4th place. We can do 4th place. Okay, 4th place is good. We still gained VR. Ricochet action. Yeah, baby. I'm going places. Thank you. By going places, are you referring to Mario Kart, or are you referring to streaming? Or are you referring to going places in the fact that I've got to go to work in like a half hour? If it's anything but the work thing, I appreciate you, Noah. Thank you for that. Amy, thank you for being here if you are still here as well. I will set up a room at some point, and if you're still around at some point whenever I'm on stream again, all but the work thing. Thank you. Thank you, Noah. Amy, if you're still here as well and you want to play when I eventually set up a room, I may very well do that. I'm going to play some Mario Kart. That could be cute. But you'll have to follow to know when I'm playing next. Whoa, promotion, am I right? Very silly. Thank you, Noah. You've given me lots of motivation to continue this. I was saying to Viable very early on that being here, having at least one person here, that being Viable from the very beginning, saying that I might be a little bit okay at this streaming thing, gave me a bit of confidence to come back and do some more of it. And now it's been 3 days in a row, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm a busy man. Got a lot of work to do a lot of times, and my job is a bizarre one that kind of, it's not hard and fast hours. I work in commercial radio here in Australia, which is it's a bizarre job. I'm an audio producer for commercial radio, so that for example, I woke up this morning and at like 5 o'clock this morning I was already working because I had work that could be done a lot earlier. There are some days where I won't start work until 2 p.m, but I could work until 9 p.m. Like, it's a very bizarre job. The show that I work on is at the same time every day, but the amount of work, the type of work that I do, it changes from day to day, and the times in which I do it, or start or finish or whatever, just fluctuate very heavily. So, here we go. Cool. So yeah, the fact that I've been able to come on the stream, and I'm really glad I could come in the morning. What I was hoping was going to happen, because the last few days I've been on at around, probably the early mornings for you guys in the Northern Hemisphere, which is like after my work shift would typically end, which is about at 4, 5, 6 p.m. without extra work happening. And so I was saying to Viable yesterday in chat that I'm hoping that if I can come in my morning time, that it's like peak time for you guys. And clearly that is exactly what's happened. So I'm really glad that you guys can be here for this and that you guys are sticking around. And whether or not I see you guys again, I really hope I do. But if not, I'm glad that you could be here for at least a little bit of time. Share with me your insights in regards to things to do with MarioKart, things to do with streaming. Have a nice little chat about the state of the new Nintendo console. All of these ones. Glad that you could be here, and I'm glad that you seemingly enjoy the kind of things that I'm doing right now, because it'll spur me on to do more. Clearly it's having a positive impact in the fact that I've come first again, so that's nice. That's very nice. Oh, this is fun. I'm really glad that this is happening. Oh, look at that, we're making some headway. I reckon I will play until it's 9:39 here. I'll play until 10 o'clock my time, which should take us around an hour and 20 minutes. And it should put us, hopefully, with at least a 30 VR leeway. If things crumble from now, we get a bit of a 30 VR leeway to be able to go off stream and be comfy. And so the next title of the next stream can be something a little less sad than pushing for 6,250 VR. Someone's just jumped on, I think. Hello, welcome to the stream. If you want to stay, that's great. If not, then that's okay too. I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're having a really good day, whether or not it's morning or night, wherever you are. Seemingly Northern Hemisphere, because that's where everyone seems to be from at the moment. To those US citizens out there, stay safe. I hope everything's okay over there. I know that things can be dicey over there at the best of times, so the best of luck to y'all. Any political things happening is crazy anywhere in the world, any country. There's always crazy shit going on. We've got this really cool thing in Australia called a democracy sausage. I don't know if it's the same in America, but at our polling booths, they got sausage sizzles. So just like random folks set up with a big old barbecue that are just cooking sausages all day, and it is your democratic right to get a democracy sausage after your vote. I'm pretty sure they're free, from memory. They haven't had a federal election for a couple of years now. Oh no, it was last year. But yeah, it's our God-given right to to have a democracy sausage after we vote. And it's so funny. Not the show that I'm working on right now, because I'm currently filling in for another audio producer on the National Drive show here in Australia on the Hit Network. But my regular show that I work on is a show that comes out of Brisbane, which is the capital of Queensland on the east coast, and Perth, which is the capital of Western Australia on the west coast. So I work on two shows that run one after the other, typically on Triple M Network. And Queensland had their state election not long ago, and to capitalise on the democracy sausage craze, our show, with the help of a local gourmet foods manufacturer, created what we call democracy sauce. And so it was basically a sauce tailor-made, voted on, like all the elements were voted on by listeners from our show. Again, another first. We're doing really well. Never heard of the democracy sausage? Yeah, it's a weird one. It's such an Australian thing. It's so stupid. But yeah, we made a democracy sauce. So it was formulated. We put to the people, vote for whether or not you want it to be a tomato sauce base or a barbecue sauce base. Whether or not you want, to be spicy or not. To have, I think we had a fruit option. So whether or not you want pineapple in the sauce or apple in the sauce. Whether or not you wanted chocolate in the sauce or rum in the sauce. And so in the end, we developed a democracy sauce that was distributed onto democracy sausages all around Queensland, which was really, really cool. And The cool thing about working on those shows is I'm in neither of those states. So I work on one show, which is kind of the big top right state in Australia on the East Coast. I work on another show, which is the bottom left state in Perth. That's on the West Coast. And then I live right in the middle in South Australia, right in the middle of the country, right at the bottom. So sounds better than what we have going on, that's for sure. Yeah, probably. I mean, politically, I don't know that we have anything better going on. But in terms of getting a free sausage when you vote, we've got you. A sausage sizzle is such a... I never realized how Australian that is as a concept until I have started going abroad. I think one of the other funny things about being Australian is when you go international, you realize just how Australian you sound. Maybe that's similar for other English-speaking countries with like heavy accents or whatever. So like, you know, you North Americans or Bible, you Canadian, going to non-English-speaking countries and the most Australian way that I can put it is sticking out like dog's balls. Case in point, the first time I ever went overseas, I went to Japan on a study tour in uni. It was fantastic. The trip changed my life because it was the first time I went overseas. I was in my 20 and a half. I was turning 21 that year. Went over to Japan in the summer. We did a two-week study course in a university in Kyoto. So I was doing a music degree in uni, but it was a media centric course, but it was open to music students. And we went on this thing, 2 weeks of study in Kyoto, and then spent another 2 weeks in Tokyo just living it up, just living out of an Airbnb, drinking, just having like sick times, right? And went over there, and the culture shock was pretty real, especially with a country like Japan, because it's completely different. And differently. Luckily, I learned a bit of Japanese in high school, so that was chill. But when you're over there, like you guys might think that my Australian accent is pretty full on. It definitely, compared to others, like compared to somewhere like Queensland, like that East Coast vibe, right at the top, the further up the East Coast of Australia you go, the more like nasally you get, and the more like, oh yeah, how you going, mate? Bloody hell, yeah, blah. It's real. It's a real vibe. Like for how you might imagine someone from the southern states of America might sound with that very thick accent. Then again, there's thick accents all around America, but I think the best approximation I could probably make is a southern accent to the American accent is what a Queenslander's accent sounds like in Western Australia. But going over to Japan and just realizing just how much our accent sticks out is wild. It was very jarring. And so sometimes I don't realize just how jarring Australian concepts and other Australian things can be. That was absolutely peak. Did y'all just see how I just dispatched that red shell with the bomb? That was wild. Viable, you've never been anywhere outside of Canada. That's a shame. But I hope you get to go somewhere soon. We've been out of different states, but nowhere outside the country. Noah. I did have a horn. I was just too busy concentrating. Fine line between Australian and Australian. Damn straight. There's a fine line between Australian and Australian. You just drop the os and just Australian. It's Australia, mate. Australia. It sounds stupid, but that's really what it's like. It's so funny where you might consider Southern Americans to be the like more Yankee Doodle dandy of it all. Apologies for offense, but that's, I don't know, as dumb as that sounds, mild versus heavy, totally. in the south of Australia, we're the only state in Australia that wasn't founded by convicts back in the 1700s or whatever it was, whenever we were colonized. And so we are constantly made fun of in Australia for having the most posh Australian accent. And like I said, the further you go up the, followed closely by the western states, or the western state, I should say. But yeah, the further you go up the east coast, the more it's it gets a bit posh Australian, posh Australian. As hard as it is to say, I love it. Good year, Noah. It's so funny. One of the main things you'll find if you come to Australia and start to analyse the language, which I'm sure you're all super keen to do, is the fact that in South Australia, for example, we'll say things like chance. You've got a chance for this. You've got a... I wouldn't usually say dance, I'd say dance nowadays, but definitely my parents, being full South Australians, would say dance, chant, that, plant, that kind of thing. When you go over the East Coast, the way you can tell East Coasters from pretty much anyone else is they'll all be like dance, chants, all this kind of stuff. It'll be like an and. And the further up the East Coast you go, the more whiny the A gets. When you're like, oh yeah, mate. Oh yeah, nah. And then the further up you go, oh yeah, nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. If you've ever watched any Max Mofo or anything, if there's any Cold Ones fans out there with and you'll hear Max and Chad talk like that because they are from Melbourne, which is on the East Coast. And it's not necessarily the East Coast, it's just this East. It's one of the Eastern states. But yeah, the dance, chants, plant. Dance, chant, plant. In a way where the radio company that I work for, the radio company that I work for, the person who voices all of our national voiceovers for the various stations, they are based in Melbourne. Oh my god! This is rough. They are based in Melbourne, and we have to constantly remind this one woman who does one of the station videos. We have to constantly remind her that when she's voicing stuff for South Australian states to reduce the whininess of the A. So like, your chance to win coming up at 9, that kind of thing. Usually she'd say, your chance to win. But she's got to say, your chance to win. Just put on the radio voice there. Your chance to win coming up. Tune in from 8 a.m. Radio. Voiceover. Oh, my work chat's blowing up. Do I need to do anything? Oh, no, I'm good. Okay, that's good. We're good, guys. Alright, when we go into this next race, I'll have a suss at where my VR is at. And it may very well be my last race, because I do have to jump on and start doing some bits and pieces. I got to get ready for the day. But I'm really, really glad I could spend the time with you guys. We'll catch up with what's happening in the chat. I did have a horn for that one. Australian, posh Australian we got there. Square-Eyed Jack. That's a sick YouTuber name, Square-Eyed Jack. What does Square-Eyed Jack do? What kind of a YouTuber are they? Also, if you haven't watched Cold Ones, would recommend. If you guys harken back to the Filthy Frank era of YouTube, with Filthy Frank and iDubbbz and Max Mofo and Anything for Views, those are the Cold Ones guys. Mostly video game reviews. Cool. I'll have to suss. I like watching Australian YouTubers. It's so dumb. Australia is such a huge country, but I feel like every time I see other Australian content creators, I'm like, yeah, another Australian's made it. It's so dumb. Like, there's so many Australian content creators, and there's so much shit going around, and we're such a big country, there's so many people in it, but like, yeah, anytime I see Australian content, I'm like, yeah, I probably know them, and it's like, no, I don't. It's just dumb. I don't know why I feel like that, but it's passion for it. It's passion for our country. I'm very patriotic. Viable, I'm sorry. I know you messed with the chat there. I'll have a suss and said. Y'all know what we'll do. Like, oh, I feel like Big Blue hasn't come up that much in my last few times online, but it's come up twice. Twice in the time that we've been on today. So I'm pretty happy with that. Man, I was sure. Lucky to. Did I just say lucky to? Lucky to. I've been doing too much posh Australian, as Noah would say. But no, why did he just like swing me around for a while? Couldn't figure out where to put me. That was arse. Alright, give me something, please. We can work. I've just kept this red shell at bay for so long. Alright. Make some magic happen here, guys. I think we've still got enough leeway to hang on to our VR goal, which is nice. Come on! Oh, come on! You could have given me something decent there. Come on! Eat a dick! Oh. That's a shame. -4. 6,316. I'm happy to call it there. I'm very happy to call it there. We reached our goal. We're 60 odd points, 66 I guess, ahead of our VR goal for the day. So with that, I am indeed going to put the controller down, catch up with what's happening in chat. Only Australian YouTubers I know are the Underdogs, if you've heard of it. I have not heard of the Underdogs. I'll add that to my watching list. He's a big fan of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I'll tell you what, the Anime Man is also Australian, but I believe he lives in Japan. That would be nice. I wish I could live in Japan. I'll have to... Okay, so what are we... Square-Eyed Jack, the Underdogs, and the Anime Man. These are some folks I will check out. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out today. Noah, if you want to... Oh, someone followed. Yeah, Noah, thank you for the follow, mate. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again. Shy Bay, if you're still kicking around as well, I hope you have a great day. Chill out after work. If you want to follow as well, that'd be great. If not, then that's okay too. Viable, you to go. You my mod. No, guys, honestly, I really do appreciate you guys being on and hanging out with me for a little bit. Until the next time, I hope you get a notification that I'm on and you jump on and hang out again. So, until the next time, guys.